Hey there, Dominic St-Pierre. So I was thinking about starting a series on accessibilities, especially towards low vision and blind people. So as someone that is using a screen reader full time now for at least 2 years, the web is just not good. And as a programmer, I think one of my duty is to try and help other programmers or at least web developer to I mean to get better at accessibility. So we can at least start to say that we are in a better place at some point. So what I will do in the following, I guess, months is starting from scratch and you know going as far as we need to go to talk about all the accessibility concept and whatnot. The first thing that yeah, before I dive in so the way it will work is that I will probably always ask three files, and all of those files will be available on GitHub for sure. And I will have a worse.html, an okay.html, and a good.html. So that way we can see the problem, we can see how to fix it, and how to decently fix it, or at least consider accessibility a little bit more. And I will mostly focus on visual accessibility. This is my situation, so I'm not really talking about anything else here. I do have a screen reader. I have it turned off when we will be going you know reviewing code and whatnot. So indulge me if sometime I seems to be I don't know, freezing or whatever. It's because it's very hard to talk and hear the screen reader at the same time. But when we will be switching to the browser, then we will I will just enable the screen reader so you can also hear what we are talking about. So the first tutorial will be on landmarks. So what is a landmarks actually? So I'm coming from an old time where we were building websites in with tables and whatnot and things like that. Things has evolved a lot since that time. But surprisingly enough, there is still a lot of websites that are just not good at using what probably HTML5 brought to the table in terms of accessibility. And one of those things are a landmark. So what are we looking at, to be frank? So I will just load this page so we can see what we are talking about. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a dirty. So yeah, I'm also using a high contrast black, by the way. So you know, not all blind people have screen reader. So the first step, and I went to that phase myself. The first step was to, well, for me at least, was to use like a normal color scheme like everyone else. Try, being able to read mostly what everything and program. So I'm a programmer, of course. Um, but yeah, at some point, yeah, there's a bunch of people that needs to be on this high contrast black, and this is a totally different story. But we will not talk about that today. I'm just explaining what you are seeing here. But this is the page. So you can imagine us having a main menu, a left menu to share an article, and a footer. I don't know if we are seeing it or not, but it's not the point. So this is the page that we have, and this version does not have anything interesting for a screen reader point of view. We will see that in a couple of minutes when we go to the page with the screen reader. But for instance, it's using divs, it's using href. That's not really a problem, but the first div is actually the main navigation of the site. You know, we can see. Oh wow, it will be challenging, to be frank. to have the screen reader talk at the same time as me. It's pretty difficult. So we are not using any H1, H4. Those title and subtitle here should probably be better. So I'm including landmark with semantic HTML as well. And of course, probably the majority of people, well, if any people is going to listen to that, are saying, well, yeah, duh, we know about H1, we know about H4 and things like that. But yeah, but it's still present on some websites for some reason. There's some formatting, and using the semantic element is important. If we look at the other div where there is some sharing things in here, it's the same thing. And the footer is also a div. So the problem with that is, as we will see in a couple of seconds, the screen reader is cannot really. How can I say that? Let me rephrase that. So when a blind person is loading a new web page for the first time, usually the screen reader starts from the beginning of the HTML file and it starts to read everything. And it's probably not what you want. We are all busy, even blind person, So anyways, there has to be some ways to navigate on a page. So let's say, I don't know, let's say I'm on Stack Overflow, for example. I'm looking for something. I haven't been there for years, but I'm just saying, I'm on any kind of website that I need to access any kind of information. I have a question. I need that answer. I don't really want to, to browse the entire web page. So you, as a sighted person, you can spot exactly what you want, and you just read what. So a blind person needs to. We need to have some help navigating on a web page, not having to pass through all of the HTML element and having to make sense of anything like that. So this is the worst that can be done, and we will see that. We will jump with the screen reader now.
Pain.
We should hear this the screen reader.
Worst. So, Google Chrome. Logo here. Link 1. Link 2.
So let me
toolbar. Address and search bar.
The page. In fact, so
blank. Worst. Logo here. Link 1. Link 2. Share article.
So as you can see
blah, blah,
now,
article title.
As you can see now, the screen reader is kind of reading everything. So me, as a blind person, what I do usually is I'm looking for the main content, right?
Logo here. Link 1. Link 2.
I'm usually navigating first of all with landmarks.
No next landmark.
There's no landmarks on that page, so that is most this is more often than what you think. So the next phase is okay. Let's do header.
No next heading.
There's no heading on this page. Oh crap, man! This is an old page. So let's navigate with links.
Link 1 link. Link 2 link. Link 1 link. Link 2 link. Link 3 link. No next link.
All right.
No next link.
There's not much here. So you have
logo here link.
You have to you have to ingest all this page.
Share article. Button Twitter. Button blah blah.
You don't know.
Article title.
All right, I'm finally there.
Article subtitle.
I think I'm there. I believe I'm there. There's nothing that told me that I'm there. This is wrong. This is bad. Yeah. So the screen reader sounds like crap, I know, on video, but it is what it is. So what can we do better? So the first step that I'm seeing people doing is that, well, they will start to I'm sorry, did not load the proper file. So you had a peek at the good solution. But anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, the next next step is that, oh yeah, some people might have heard about the nav element. So do we have the nav element in here? So this is a landmark. So there's I think there is 5 semantic elements that are considered landmarks. So when I was saying that I was navigating for landmarks, so you have navigation, you have main, you have footer, you have a side. So usually main and a side are how can I say that, they are close, very, very close together. So when you have complementary things that complement your main, and you have section as well, which can also be very useful. So when you want to let the screen reader just navigate to important places, I think I've used like H1 as well, and just heading in there in that version. So not really much in terms of what's better. We also use the footer in here. So again, just small things that can make the life of a screen reader user a little bit decent. It's not complete. This is probably the bare minimum where I would expect everyone to be, at least these days. We are not, by the way. So it's getting there. Don't get me wrong. And I hopefully there's a couple of web developer out there that might pick those videos and just say, this is interesting. Now that I'm seeing the problem exactly. So let's see this page now.
Pane.
All right, so let's see what
Okay.
it looks like on
Toolbar. Blank.
on this page.
Localhost 88. Okay. Blank. Worst. Content info landmark link 3.
So we see that there's a content info landmark. So I'm at the bottom of the page.
Navigation landmark logo here link. Toolbar. Localhost 8080/ok.html. Worst. Navigation landmark logo here link 1 link 2. Heading level 4 share article. Button Twitter button.
So we can see that there's a couple of things that now the screen reader is telling us about. So first of all,
navigation landmark logo. Content info landmark link 1 link. Navigation landmark logo.
So we have a navigation landmark. So that's good. I mean, and there's a second one.
Content info landmark link 1.
Which is the footer, which is called by default the content info landmark. We will see that on the next page. So you still, it's not just to use the semantic HTML and the landmarks that are there. There's a couple of things as well to make the life easier, but
navigate.
We can navigate quickly like that and
share article heading level 4. Article title heading level 1. Article subtitle heading. Article title heading level 1.
So you see, I'm now able to navigate with the headings, which is also good. Well, it's decent. So this is probably where we should go, where we should be these days. That is probably the strict or based minimum. Ideally, we can do better than that. So just by wrapping the main menu with the nav and the footer with the footer tag, now you already are in a better place than what we were previously. So it's not difficult, right? All right, let's see now a better version. So I kind of took the a CSS class from the Tailwind CSS framework and whatnot. So SR only, so screen reader only. This is very useful sometimes if you want to give some kind of additional information in your markup to screen reader user. This is a good way. So we can see in here we have a link to the main content. So you will often see that, very often. Excuse me. A link to go directly to this this main pane. We can see here. I'm losing my voice. I do have a area label in here as well. So it's one thing to have the semantic element and the landmark friendly element, but you can go one step further and just bring a little bit more information that will be spoken to the screen reader. So a screen reader user never have too much information. Well, yeah, it can be, but you know, these kind of small label are kind of helpful sometimes when you have multiple navigation. So you know, you always have, most of the time, a main navigation. You might have a sub navigation, maybe even a third navigation. So it might be helpful to name that with this area label. It's pretty quick to navigate with the landmark navigation. So if you this is one tip that I would give you. If you have multiple navigation, then just just take a little bit of time and name them. So we can see here. Wow. So we have this this aside tag. So instead of using div, it's very easy for people that build web page just to switch div with those semantic elements, and we have our main in here, and we have this ID of main, so our link will work as well. And it it's the same for the footer. So I've just added another nav in here with the URL label as well, and I also yeah, we could have renamed this footer as well, instead of, because by default you see you heard that it's called a content linking info or something like that. I don't even recall. So we could say something like, I don't know, whatever, site footer or anything like that. It's it's better to have something than nothing. So yes, I mean, these are small things. I think we'll see that on the last piece with the screen reader. But if you have anything to take out from this, it might be a longer video, because I kind of talk a little bit about how screen reader users tends to navigate and whatnot. So I mean, we'll skip that on the next tutorial. But yes, the first step is to make sure that you are using those landmark friendly HTML tag, and from there you are already on a good route to be a little bit more accessible friendly.
Pane. Good.html. Right. 0. Worst.
Let's switch and load
toolbar. Blank. OK. Local. Localhost 8080/good.html number main selected. Worst. Site footer content in. Visited link, go to main content.
So we have this this link. So now if we engage this link.
Main landmark heading level 1 article title heading level 4 article subtitle lorem ipsum dolor sit.
So you see that the screen reader, like I was saying, when you go somewhere, it tends to read everything, but we should probably be on the H1.
Heading level 4 article subtitle.
Yeah. So how do I navigate? I'm usually when I'm somewhere, I just hit the down arrow. So the down arrow, basically, you can think of that as passing to the next HTML element, basically. So if I do up arrow, I will be on the H1.
Heading level 1 article title.
So I was brought there because we had this screen reader only link at the top. So now it's pretty nice. If I were, if I'm good, and now I would like to go share this article. So what I would typically do is return to the top, or maybe just do a Shift D. Shift D is to navigate landmark.
Share this article, complimentary landmark, share article head.
I'm on the right pane, but sometimes I personally just return to the top.
Visit link.
Just do the landmark.
Main menu navigation landmark logo here, link 1, link 2.
Main menu.
Share this article, complimentary landmark, share
this article.
Button Twitter. Button blah blah.
I'm at the right place. So again, I mean, if we continue with the landmark, we will be on the main and on the footer.
Main landmark article title head site footer content info landmark.
So you see, I renamed the footer with site footer. So now there's you know, it's just small things. So you are building your website. You know the kind of block or section name that it should be. So you have a way to make make life easier for a screen reader user. So that's it for the first video. Hopefully this is somewhat useful. I don't know, but seeing from the state of the web, I believe that there's a couple of us that needs to be refreshed about accessibility, I guess. See you on the next tutorial.